Yo, what up, Josh? How are you, my dude? What it do? How you been? What's new? How are you? Chilling, working on music. Yeah, I saw you posted some stuff. You hit me up in Discord. Maybe we can check that stuff out today. We're gonna do some more. I don't know if you can tell, but this new void behind me is a very special surprise. Ish. The void. What's up, Rosie? See, Josh, you gotta make your way over to the first class seats on YouTube. There's no ads over there. There's no ads on the YouTube. Oh no, you're sick. That sucks. But we could do a little close up, if you will. I get notified on Twitch. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, I don't know how the YouTube thing is. Oh no, you got COVID? That's no good. Well, that sucks. I hope you feel better soon. Well, hello, mother. How are you? We'll do some more drawings today, except we have a whole new setup here. I hope y'all like. Let's go ahead and get it popped off. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. See what happens. See what y'all think. This together. We gotta get the other stream set up. This setup sometimes because maybe I could just draw and not have to do so much screen time. Dig not dig. Oh, I love soft and boring. Just like your. Never mind. Alright, so where is. Hey Siri, stop the alarm. I've got to go to the turn my laundry over. God damn, why did it again? Just go to regular mode. There we go. Alright, so now what we can do is pop out the chat here. Take this guy, make him. Y'all ready for this? You ready for this? Oh, There it is. There it is. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Boom. Ta-da. Exciting. But I have to go check my laundry real quick. Unfortunately. So we're gonna have to come right back. Okay, we'll be right back. Where is she now? Alright, let me go do my laundry. Give me 30 minutes.
30 minutes starting now.
Alright, well. Alright, well, look at Josh made it over to the fancy seats. What do you think, bro? What do you think? We're also about to go vertical, so vertically. So while you're over here at the YouTubes, if you click on my name where it says Gabriel Singh, you can go to live, and you can see. Watch. Yeah, so we're restreaming. So let me get it started. But if you want to check out the vertical, you're more than welcome to. All right, I'm gonna get back home. Then we gotta go to my live streams, so we can pull up the chat here on the vertical for my guys, my gals, and my non-binary pals. Let's pop out this chat so we can talk to everybody. Okay. And then let's get this Discord popping. And there we go. Get the cracking, y'all. Find the pose. Okay, how about this? First drawing of the day, so bear with me. Okay. This pen is new for me too. try to capture some of this. There's something here. This one isn't quite right. Alright, well, let's see if I can save some of this with watercolor. Draw that a couple times. Let's find some shadows and reference here. Maybe along this part here. Too much water. First drawing of the session. Anatomy's real off, but you know, let's try it again. Can't tell if I love this pen or hate this pen, but let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we say this is our down here, maybe. Try to catch a little bit of this. And trying to find kind of the arc here of her side into her leg. Okay. That shape here. Shape here. Find like the distance between where the knee might fall. Too many lines, too many lines. It's alright, that's what happens when you're getting warmed up. Okay. Maybe some of the watercolor will help me again. Oh, what's up, Shibby? How you been? What's up? Just use the what? Just use? What's up, just use? It's just a random. The heck? It's just a random pose off the internet. But if you're seeing a waitress, let's call it a waitress. This is a kind of a quarter turn pose. This is a tough pose for me to start with, but it's just the first one on my screen. It's not the worst drawing I've done, but I need a paper towel real quick. What do y'all think about the what do y'all think about the green screen, huh? What? Congratulations, Shibby. Finished your first year of college? Bro, you're almost an architect. You're almost an architect. So soon. Trying to find more references here. Okay, so let's try this. trying to break these arms down. I'll try to break all the pieces down into like these, you know, stupid like really basic shapes. And sometimes it takes me like I have to get warmed up before I can like, you know, remember how to do all the shapes. What's up, Starfire? Maybe so. Link me. Hi to you. Thanks for joining the chat. What does she be saying? Hold on. Sorry, I can't spell. Yeah, that spelling ruined. COVID ruined her spelling. All the healing energy going to Rosie right now. I'm trying to find the shape here, and it's usually like squarish. Maybe be surprised. And then, you know, it's always nice to have those thighs just a little bit longer, maybe exaggerate some of these lines. Maybe. Alright, then we gotta find some dark areas. No. Something like that. There's gonna be some shadows here. Like that. Feet recover. Well, I hope you feel better. Starfire Rants. I had to Google that character. I think I know you're talking about. It's a musician, like a virtual musician, maybe. Though I do like this pen and the way it has a cool tone to it. Don't take much water for it to just push everything around a little more than I need. Virtual singer, yeah. Oh no, I hope you feel better soon, Rosie. Shibito, do you are you staying for your break after the year, or do you go back home? You know, what else has been up? How has school been? What kind of projects have you been working on and stuff like that? Rosie, tell him a little bit about the contest that you were in, or the... Rosie got some of her work placed into something. Hey, that looks pretty cool, right? Do we like that one? I think I like that one. Oh, Star, we have 2 streams. Oh, I need to get rid of the let me get rid of the music here. Speaking of, I'm glad you reminded me. And then let me get rid of the we have a vertical stream and a horizontal stream, Star. Be sure and subscribe and like the chat. If you click on my name where it says Gabriel Saint, or you just go to my page, you can see that there is a horizontal stream where you can like see me while I'm drawing. So when I'm talking to people, I'm talking to people in the horizontal chat, because we got a horizontal chat and a vertical chat. Yeah, it looks like the vertical chat's pretty slow today. It's okay, it might speed up in a bit. Yeah, so if you're in the horizontal and you want to check out the vertical, come on over. If you're in the vertical, you want to check out the horizontal, come on over. The only difference is in the vertical, you only see my hands. Horizontal, you get to see my stupid face. All right, let's keep going. See what else we can do. Let's try. You know, it's been a long time since I focused on figures in this way, but like the the charcoal, like it gets so messy and it like can really agitate your sinuses, you know? So I was just thinking, hey, I'm gonna break out my smaller sketchbook and we're gonna do some anatomy sketches. I thought, you know, that's what I bought this book for. Just figured we'll fill it up on stream, you know? Trying to get better at some of these and um so that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do. Alright, so that's not too bad. So let's find some extra shadows real quick. She's way leaned back further than my sketches. I gotta figure out how to sometimes exaggerate these shapes. Hopefully we'll again try to save this drawing with the water. See what the water will do for me. Oh. See, that's why you don't put the water on your computer table. Almost spilled it. Yeah, so this one's not very good. This one didn't come out very good. Some of these poses are tough. Let's try again. Hold up. Dropped my paintbrush. Yeah, so let's try this one again. I feel like I can maybe. Oh, look at Starfire. Made it over to the horizontal. Welcome, Starfire. Yeah, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I thought, well, should we do another study here next to it? Maybe somebody else will like it too. You know. See what else? What about like I'm trying to find some like easy poses. Like they're always like, how cool is this pose? Like the pose is cool, but it's like it's difficult. Let's try something like this. What is this? Sorry, y'all, looking for references to draw. Why would you bring me to Facebook? Very confused. All right. All right, let's try another one. So maybe something like head here, neck here. Maybe your arms out here. All right. Have this like arc shape here that I would love to like find. You know, something like that. This one's kind of going behind her, right? Sorry, could be talking more, but I'm trying to just find some of these lines here. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, all right. So let's figure out what's going on here. Okay. Just looking for, oops, for some shadowy areas. Let's identify where this arm is. Here we go. Too many lines, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta go. Keep going. We'll get warmed up. Can you do the man with a bird? Probably. COVID sucks. Yeah, hope you're better soon. Starfire. Appreciate you getting along with everybody, Starfire. Welcome to the community. Post on the Discord. Oh, we'll check it out. Can't believe the horizontal is moving more than the verticals today, and that's not usually the case. Wonder if we're having a problem on YouTube or something. There should be a leg back here that we kind of missed. Maybe we can imply just with some shadow. Also has like some shadow under her neck here. Maybe off in that line there a little bit. Maybe that's about what we got there. It is what it is. Keep moving. That's why you do this. You just got to keep better. You got to keep getting better. What was the request? Yeah, also Starfire, there's a Discord if you'd like to check out the Discord where the artists in the community share their work. Oh, I did it wrong. Feel free to join the Discord and share some of your work. Oh, if you don't see that link, it's probably because it's in the Twitch here. Let me try this. There it is. Very cool, Rosie. Very cool, Rosie. And I keep dropping that. Oh, we might have to. I don't know what's going on with our vertical today. It's like shadow band. Oh, maybe it's because of the. We'll do a different kind of drawings next stream. Maybe it's because I'm doing anatomy that it's not got me shadow band. Just trying to find. Oh, yeah, so where the references are. I don't know. I just Googled art references for drawing, and that's what I'm doing. So just random images. We'll do one more, and then we'll do like just like people on the street drawings. Like just like once we get warmed up, we'll try some other kind of stuff. Maybe we'll do the kitsune. Uh you know. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay. Too bad. I wish I could move it up on the paper. Hey y'all, before we get off the thing, oh, I guess everybody's over at the horizontal. No reason trying to get y'all back to the vertical. She's got some. Gonna work out this hair a little bit, like that. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, Meow Man. Guess who's finally up from his nap? The Meow Man is up and ready for more food, no doubt. No doubt. You know, if you're putting lines down and you're drawing and you're thinking, am I even putting these lines in the right place? Like sometimes the answer is no, and sometimes the answer is maybe you just need some shadows, you know? I've learned. Sometimes you know, your lines might not be perfect, but also like you'd be surprised at how some shadows might kind of make some of the lines make a little bit more sense than they did. You know, I'm always surprised at a drawing I'm unsure about, and then maybe if I find the right shadows, it might come together in a way, you know? I have to push this over. Can we find it something like that? I can get with that. But I'm out with it. We got some more shadow here that we need to imply. How is that? What do we think about that? Oh no, I dropped my thing 1,000 times. Thanks, Justa. Here, do we want to look through some of the drawings we've been doing? Some of these don't really match the new fucking vibe. I don't know if YouTube is liking the subject matter, but Check mark means, oh, I like that one. Look, I did an abstract one. Also, I appreciate y'all coming hanging out with me and in the chat, y'all keeping up with each other and talking to me. Thank you. I really love this one. This one in the middle. It's my favorite. And if you're wondering why most of these are nude figures, it's because clothes are really hard to draw. Sometimes when you're just drawing the form underneath, it almost makes it doesn't almost, it makes it easier. Here's me trying to pull some kind of portrait out of the ink in a way. It's not my favorite, but it's not too bad. I like this one. We're gonna do some more pedestrians after the break. What do we think about these guys? Hey Siri, stop the alarm. Yeah, clothes like I get lost trying to find the proportions in the anatomy in clothes. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do. Like this one. I like this one. And these are the ones we started with today. See, I was just getting warmed up. Oh, dang. I didn't think I liked that one, but that one actually looks really good, doesn't it? You know, sometimes you can't judge them while you're drawing them. It's like you only get to really like them or not. Like, oh man, that one looks pretty good too. You only really get to like them or not in hindsight. I think I liked all the ones we did today. I didn't think we liked them at first. Hey, look at Rose up here in the verticals. All right, so that's the last one of the day for the verticals. I'm gonna turn off the verticals, Rose, but I'll see you back in the horizontal. And then we'll do some more drawing. I'll take a break. I gotta finish my laundry. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Oh Lord. What hath default forsaken? What we could do though. Put the we'll still be hanging out on the vertical for a little while. I mean on the horizontal for a little while. And then we'll do another vertical stream, but I got to go do some laundry. But in the meantime, what we'll do is I'm gonna go to some of my old drawing videos and we'll put those up in the background while I'm getting my laundry done. Boom. How long is that? 30 minutes. All right, so that should get us going. And where is our Chaz? There's our second chat. Main chat's still there too. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go do laundry, but the look, Mom, no hands. But Gabe from yesterday is going to keep drawing for y'all. But keep chatting, keep hanging out. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, you know what I could do? There you go. Hey Siri, 30 minutes. All right, what did I miss? Versus, I followed your advice with my abstract and it went really well. Well, thank you. Thanks for saying nice things. I'm glad it helped. Oh, what's up, Cybernetic Fox? Kitty man, what are you doing? Come here. You've already had canned food. You're not getting another one right now. Can't get another one right now. Look at Kitty Cat on the green screen. Kitty Cat on the green screen, y'all. Nobody mentions my new green screen. Come on, yo. Come on. Nobody. Nobody cares about the amazing technology that we are now capable of here on the Gabriel Saint Art channel. Come on, have some respect for the technology we're dealing with here. Come on, y'all. We could... Where do we want to be? You know? Where do we want to be? So me and Kitty, we're at the beach. We're chilling. You know, we're just hanging out at the beach. It's nice here in the beach. You know? This is good content right here. Yeah, y'all didn't realize that's what we were doing when we were drawing earlier. We're on a green screen. Y'all want to see me anywhere? Oh, that's a good idea. No big deal. Just chilling in Tokyo, y'all. Not a big deal, bro. I'm just chilling in Tokyo. Right? Huh? Yeah, huh? How am I doing? Does it look legit, huh? What? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. We're killing it. Any requests, y'all? We can be there. Y'all want to look at art? Y'all want to go to Tokyo? You name it. We'll go there and, look at the technology. Are you kidding me? What an upgrade. What an upgrade we've made here. It's not a big deal. 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 I'm just fucking walking to Tokyo. It's not a big deal at all. It's not cool. It's not. What? Look at this. Yo, come along. Come along. We're gonna go check out Tokyo. You look over here. This is where I was getting coffee the other day. You go over here. This is another place I know all kind of people here. Come along with me. Oh my goodness, I'm having way too much fun. Yeah, so if anybody has any other requests, like where you want to go. Yeah. You know what else we were doing last night? Check this out. Maybe we want to watch an art documentary, we want to learn a little bit about Picasso. Dude, I got you. You're welcome, Rose. Anytime you want to go to Tokyo or something like that, you let me know. We'll figure it out. Oh, let me get out the way so y'all can see some. Don't make me fuck around and turn the audio on in here. Don't make me turn the audio on in here. Because y'all know what else I got figured out. You're not even ready for this. You're not even ready for this. Here's the situation. You hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butts. Because we've got You ready for this?
In May 1970, aged 89, 3 years before his death, Pablo Picasso displayed with no frames on bare stone walls a large number of his latest paintings. These crude, raw, provocatively sexual images were met with confusion and disappointment, if not horror. Flocking to venerate Picasso, the colossus of modern art, his admirers expected echoes of museum masterpieces, the compassion of the Blue Period, or the inventiveness of Cubism. By comparison, and they judge the new work as incomprehensible, evidence of terminal decline. Were they right? Or they missed a final statement of artistic genius?
Parts of the society in the European country, even in America, describe Picasso as a communist.
It's alright, we'll get some more of that jazz in here, baby. Welcome to Japan. So here's a little bit. Let me see what I can find here. Guess I can put this here since we're not drawing. We're gonna draw it here in a second, so prepare. Oh no, Shibby! Thanks for hanging out, dude. See you later. Katsushika Hakusai. I'm not gonna pronounce any of these. Thanks for hanging out, Shibby. Congratulations, my dude. Can't believe you got through your first year. I guess it's not a year, it's a semester. I don't hate the idea. You should talk to me about it. I want to know exactly what you want to do. You don't make a rash decision. You need to make a very crafted, designed decision. You want to chat about it. We should spend some time talking about it before you do it. I got some new tattoos, Shibby. But you're too young. Yeah, I agree. But here's the deal, you can start compiling things you want tattoos of. And I think you should take about a year or more to start compiling things that you think you might want a tattoo of. So like, maybe it's a Photoshop file, maybe it's like a literal photo you hang on your wall, but I think you need to collect images that you're interested in getting tattooed for 6 months to a year, maybe even more, and collect all these images. And if in a year, or even more, you still want those images tattooed, then you're getting close. But you want to come up with some ideas, and you want to see some ideas that you have age in front of you before you start putting them on your body. Does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna make some bad decisions that your future self is not gonna like. But you can practice by gathering some ideas of some tattoos you want, and Live chat to art donation. Let's see what they're talking about.
His twisted vision of the world extended to every medium he touched. Jewelry, set design, sculpture, and film. Nothing was off limits. In America in 1973, rock and roll caught his eye. He summoned heavy metal legend Alice Cooper to appear before him.
I was nervous. I mean, I'd met the Beatles and Elvis and everybody, but this was Salvador Dali. This was like my history.
Alice Cooper had created this incredible personality with all the makeup and the snakes and everything.
We are immediately his favorite band because we not only were loud and obnoxious and in your face, but we were really creepy. You know, our stage show was very surrealistic. I think it kind of reminded him of his paintings.
30 years before rock and roll hit the scene, Salvador Dali, a young Spanish painter, was shocking audiences around the world with his surreal canvases. His astonishing career spanned half a century. But perhaps Dali's greatest work of art was himself.
Ooh.
He created elaborate living tableaus in which he was surrounded by fabulous creatures.
Wrist tattoo or a back tattoo? So you're just thinking about where
Few
you're getting
lasted
it?
as long as
What are you thinking
Ultraviolet,
of getting a
a
tattoo
stunning
of?
French aristocrat who was by his side for a decade.
If you want to be famous, you need a certain definite look. So if people have seen you once, they shall remember you.
Dang, what if I get
He walked in the room and he was wearing giraffe skin pants, Aladdin shoes that came up like this, a pair of socks that Elvis gave him, these purple socks, a giraffe skin coat, and his sideburns were in pin curls. The Dali is here.
So the look was the mustache. I mean,
does
you
the-
know that
does the
mustache
documentary
that
sound
sometimes
okay?
went all the way to the eye. And then in the heyday, those beautiful black hair, the way he dressed.
Let me ask you
He
this
speaks
first,
one
Shibby.
word in French, one word in
Don't you
Portuguese, one
live
word
in the
English,
part of the
one word
world
in
where like
Spanish.
tattoos
So you're
are
only
like
picking up
extremely
every
frowned
fifth word.
upon? Are you sure it's okay
no
for you
idea
to
what
get
he's
a
talking
tattoo?
about.
But Salvador Dali's grand performance was only an act.
Um,
Big public image.
I
which
think
was
the best
very much
tattoos
something
though are
consciously
always
cultivated.
like
Was a
the
much smaller,
classics.
shyer.
You know, look through
nervous
all the
person
classic imagery
you
that
never
people get
wanted you to see.
tattoos.
He was not a
of,
courageous person, I would say. He was
and
rather on the frightened side, you know, afraid that he might be sick, afraid that this might happen to him.
Dali only allowed one person behind the scenes, his wife, Gala.
and try to pick out
He
of
took
those.
care of art. She took care of life. She was his stage manager.
Gala was the brains. Gala was the money. She was the, you know, she ran the business.
He couldn't do a third
Thank
of what
you,
he achieved if
Rosie.
he hadn't got Gala.
10 years his senior,
The new
Gala
thing I
was his
figured out how
wife,
to run the
muse,
audio
and
directly
business
in there.
manager for over 50 years.
She was much more.
What's up, Obscura? Welcome to the party.
It was Gala
Bob
who
Ross
transformed
tattoo? You mean
Dali
like a
from
tattoo
penniless
of
Spanish
Bob
artist
Ross?
into a multimillionaire. Though tiny in stature,
No,
she
I think
dominated
traditional
every
tattoos,
aspect of his life.
traditional tattoos. If I mute this, will it
Gala
disappear?
had called our office and said that he
Do
wanted
we
to
still
work.
hear it? No, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So that means if I pull this guy up All right, so this is what I would say. Where are you from? God, there's some details like I don't want to ask right now, but let's just look up traditional tattoos. I would look at like some traditional type stuff, maybe start there. Oh, you can't see it yet, huh? Yeah, tattoo about That's kind of tough to get a tattoo through, Obscura. That's you only got they're so tiny. Okay. Tattoos in Japan are frowned upon, but older generations, if you look at new generations, they have a bunch of tattoos. Gotcha. Some nice Japanese Southern. Well, here's what I would say. First off, I like traditional tattoos because whatever this kind of subject matter is, whatever these tattoos, they've been cool for 100 years. And like some of these images, like a rose or a fly, a bird, a rose, a ship. There's some traditional things that have been popular for a long time. Obscura says he just talked himself to into a Bob Ross. That is very cool, but dude, that's hard. That's a hard tattoo to pull off. How about traditional tattoos? Japanese. Oh, traditional Japanese style tattoos. Also a really great idea. And even if you don't get like a full like Japanese style sleeve or something, you could get like a couple koi fish or a dragon, you know. I would not do an anime tattoo personally, but I see people doing them like they're turning into like traditional style of tattoos, but I would play the game where you take a piece of anime art that you're interested in getting tattooed, you put it in a folder and you hold on to it, and then you decide a year or 2 year from now if you still want it, you know? There's some anime tattoos. Pin or not, I would rock your stuff. Oh, is Fox getting on you, huh? Yeah, so here's some. What do you think about these? Killing it with the green screen, y'all. Come on. This is fun. Do you like any of these? Obscura, how you been? What's up, dude? What you been doing? You been working on any new art? Any new cool stuff? I watched one of your videos the other day about I don't remember what artist it was, but it was really cool, like dark surreal artist, and you were kind of like talking about the, you know what it is. Yeah, but I hate the idea of getting tattoos that you can't show people. Like if you want to get tattoos, you want to show everybody. You know, I want everybody to see them. I want everybody to love them. Check this out. You guys ready? Dun 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 dun. Be like one of those movies where I take off and I got like a full Japanese. Here's a bunch of examples of tattoos if you need some. on this arm and the other arm and everywhere. I'm covered in them. The ones I like the best are the ones that are most traditional feeling. So I took traditional tattoo art, and I was like, this is not quite my style, but you can take like traditional subject matter and like find your style, you know? And I think some of it is like asking yourself, what is your culture? And how can you place that on your body in a way that's respectful and that flows with your anatomy? So like, I don't want to get tattoos of things that aren't representative of like maybe my culture, whatever that means, or like some kind of modern spin on traditional tattoos, you know? Okay, first y'all were fighting, and now I think y'all are kissing. I knew this is where this was going. Knew this is where it was going. I gotta finish ordering my food, y'all. Give me a second. You know what? I wonder if they have like they gotta have everything, right? How are we doing this? Okay, so you bunch of ruffians in this chat will probably appreciate this.
Who is your ultimate anime crush?
Crush in a wholesome way, Tuxedo Mask. Crush in a non-wholesome, inappropriate, adult way, Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he's daddy.
Make a design that shows my native culture mixed with an Attack on Titan.
Hey, what's up? My name's Courtney Ramondi.
Now you're getting
You can
there.
follow me on Instagram
But
at
like,
Blood
don't
of
mix them
Wolves.
together.
Hi,
If you like
I'm
Attack
Kim,
on
Bunny
Titan
Machine, and I've
and
been tattooing for 12
you have your
years.
native
I have
culture,
a Black Rabbit tattoo,
just get a
which I
native
also
culture
own.
tattoo and
It's my
Attack on
favorite
Titan
shop in
tattoo, but you
Richmond,
don't have to
Virginia,
combine them.
and now I'm here.
And also, with the
I
Native
mostly
American
do
culture, like,
anime and
I
pop
would focus
culture
on that.
tattoos,
Like, I
and
wouldn't
that's what
focus
we're
on
talking
modern
about
culture.
today.
Like, Attack on
The
Titan
first
is a
time I
very
can really
modern culture.
remember,
And I think that's cool and all, but I think
I would get home
you
from
have this very
school and
cool,
Sailor
like,
Moon was on
culture
TV
about you
right after I
that
got out of
maybe
school. And I'd always been an
focusing on
artist, but
that
I kind of just
the timeless
drawing
nature of
from
that kind of
drawings.
culture
And I
would be
saw Sailor
cooler
Moon,
than,
and I thought,
you know, not that Attack on
wow,
Titans isn't cool,
they
but
look-
it's a modern,
they just look
contemporary
different. Like
thing.
American cartoons
You know,
don't look like
your
this, and I've
native
never
culture
seen
is something that's
I wanted to express myself in my
thousands
art
of
in a way
years.
that felt like passionate to me, and nothing
Rather
hit
kiss a
me like that
toenail.
until
Rather,
I
you
saw
rather kiss Shibby's
it
toenail.
was like those big, beautiful, shiny eyes. It was like, I mean, that the women looked like women. It just, anime was like an awakening for me. I started watching all of these really incredible, often female-centered stories that were so inspiring to me, and I think that's another reason why I'm so interested in, like, you know, women as heroes, women as leaders, why I opened an all-girl shop. I mean, I really can trace pretty much every passion I have in my life back to
Sorry,
anime.
y'all. I'm
It
trying to
saved my
order
life.
some
It made me feel a lot less
food.
lonely and secluded, and it like gave me a passion to look forward to every day.
I started getting into anime when I was like high school. But then my
We got
high school art
here.
teachers told me that it wasn't real art and that I
Hit
wasn't
me with a
allowed to
Sprite.
draw it and use it to submit into like projects and stuff, which was kind of messed up. And I think that's hilarious now that I've pretty much built a career
Same.
off of similar things. Things are similar to that.
What do y'all
My
think
art has
about the
always been
what we're looking
bubbly.
at here?
It's always been
Does this
cartoony.
inspire you?
Just
Anime
the way I
tattoo talk?
draw. It's definitely. I mean, maybe more since they wouldn't let me do new school or they wouldn't let me do anime. I would end up doing like more new school looking stuff. But it was always super cartoony.
So I started an apprenticeship the traditional way. You
Getting
know,
close
I
to me.
had a mentor. I worked at the shop a couple days a week. And, you know, back then you didn't have drawings and show a portfolio. They were like, oh, you want to be a tattooer? Okay, like, you're going to do roses and skulls. I told my mentor, I was like, you know, I like drawing like these anime girls. And he was like, yeah, that's fine, but like, that's not for tattoos. That's for you. You can do that at home. But like, when you draw for tattoos, you draw roses and script. So
Are they talking about inappropriate
I had a couple
stuff?
of friends and like acquaintances that had known me as an anime artist, and they were like, well, like,
You
can
are
do like
not.
a Totoro or like a Ghibli something or other? And like I said, Hori
Well,
Benny
good for
was
you.
the only person that I had ever seen that did anime style girls. Like, and he was doing like 90s style, like not this new anime style. It was very 90s, angular faces, square eyes, you know. And I was like, I wonder if I can do that. And Benny was doing it. I don't know if he was in Japan at that time, but I saw it in a magazine. I was like, I want to do these tattoos. And my mentor was like, no, you can't do those tattoos. Like that's not, you can't bold outline an anime face, you know, unless it's going to be huge. And who's going to get an anime character this big, you know? Now they do, but back then that was not happening. So I was doing all these little ones, and they would be like, oh, you got to shade with black. You got to whip shade black in there. And I'm like, but I don't know, that seems weird. And they were like, that's the right way to do it. And so eventually my clients were like, we want you to do it like you draw, like the way you draw. And my mentor, I mean, I worked at my mentor's shop for a long time, so of course I have respect for him, and I wasn't going to do things that he would tell me weren't.
Right, I
I
ordered
trusted
some
his knowledge
food,
in
y'all. I need to go
tattoo
check my
for
laundry
years.
again.
But I was like, please.
Hey Siri,
just let
stop
me
the
try,
alarm.
You know? And then it just popped off. Looking back, it's kind of crazy that I figured it out at all. Because there was no resources then. Like,
What do y'all think about this YouTube video?
Like, tattoo and be like, oh, that's how he shades that. I'm gonna try
Be right
that.
back.
Or like look at a Michaela Bodden tattoo and be like, oh, you know, I can use this technique or learn from her. It was like, well, I'm gonna use this blue and I'm gonna just fill it in and see what it looks like, and you know, here we are.
You know, I really don't have that many anime tattoos because it wasn't a popular style when I was getting heavily tattooed. There weren't people who specialized in it, and even if you're taking an exact image, it's still hard to replicate that exact image as far as like clean lines, solid colors. There are different techniques. As I've experienced throughout the years of learning how to do this and developing my own technique. But at the time when I was starting to learn, the big names in the business were, you know, Dave Tavenall and a whole bunch of other people that did not do that kind of style. And I wanted to get what they did. Like, I wanted to respect their art and get their art. So I got covered in all this stuff, and now there's like a whole new generation of tattooers doing dope of stuff that I really love, and I just don't have as much room for them. So when I do come up with a really good idea for an anime tattoo I would want, I pretty much just draw it up for somebody else. Ooh, that's a hard spot, the neck.
Michaela is the GOAT, greatest of all time. She's like probably my hands down my favorite tattooer, my favorite anime tattooer. I've never seen anything like this, but if someone wants anime eyes on their neck, Michaela's the one who would do it perfectly. So there it is, perfect.
That's awesome. Did Hori Benny do that one? Yeah, so cool.
The other GOAT, Hori Benny is one of my favorite tattooers. I've got to go get tattooed by him. That is perfect tattoo. That man was probably the first person to really truly do anime tattoos. I mean, I know 12 years ago, the only person I could think of that was doing it was Benny. So beautiful. Benny, if you see this, I love you. You're great.
I did that It was me. Guy Fieri, please notice me.
I hope Guy Fieri sees this. I hope Guy knows how much everybody loves him because he's just great. This is also great.
So every Halloween I do Flash where like I take a character and I put them in a costume or dressed up like somebody or another character. And I don't know why, what compelled me this year, but I thought Flames, I thought Charmander, I thought Guy Fieri. I'm a big fan of his. And then, of course, somebody got it because my clients are amazing. And it was super fun to do. He didn't notice me yet, though, so
Not yet, buddy.
hopefully one day.
Those are so cute.
You're making it really hard for me to hate on anything. They're all so good.
Okay, all right,
See,
I'm
I love
back.
these because they're anime, but it's like in the specific tattooer's
Nobody
style,
get
so
too concerned. I'm back
really
now. I know
fun
y'all were
to
sad
try
because
to,
I was gone, but
take these characters and make them
how you like these
dolls.
tattoos?
Those are beautiful. What I want to know is, does he feel like he's getting jerked off by Luffy when he? Because that would make me think of like whatever you do with this hand is now what Luffy's doing with this hand, and maybe he's not a lefty and then he's safe, but like.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. I don't know how I feel about that background, but like the concept's cool. I feel like maybe like the arm should have been a little thicker, a little less background.
These ones are weird for me. Like it's well done, but I think it would be bizarre to feel like an extension of a character on my arm.
I've seen it a lot with Jesus.
Many Jesus. Lots of people get it with Jesus, which is also bizarre
You
because
want a One Piece
God
tattoo?
forbid your jerk off.
Kitty man, you can't have another can of food right now. I'm sorry, sweet boy. You've already
Maybe you can't
had
jerk
your
off with
limit.
it. You gotta learn how to do it with the other hand.
Give it another hour, maybe 30 minutes. Like you just finished that other can.
That's kind of cool. It's real small, but it's still got like a little.
All right, y'all. We're gonna do.
I don't know how those hands.
Hey Siri, 30 minutes.
But it has a little bit of an outline, so hopefully good.
This is really cute. I love.
We're gonna do another session of
I want to
drawings.
stop getting these tattoos this big. It looks really good, but like there is no way that tattoo looks like that now. R.I.P. Oh, I did that. Wow, this one's really good. I don't know where you found this, but like they're good at tattooing. That was a fun project. That girl sat like a rock, did not move. I think we did it in like 4 or 5 sessions, but it was a fun one. I love Sailor Moon so much.
What's your favorite part of this tattoo?
Ooh, that's hard. I kind of like how the background because it's like simple, but it's a little galaxy-like. But I love Chibiusa. I love Chibi Moon. She's my baby, so she's my favorite. I like that part. I like doing that part too. She's super cute.
Come on, YouTube. Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Let's go some YouTube. Bit of vertical, just a second. Hey, man. No, he's good. He just won't stop begging. You know, cats do. Never enough wet food in the day. What game you want to play, Shibby? What game? Last time I tried to play a game, it slowed my stream down so much. We could do some Gartic Phone. Wanna play Gartic Phone? Something like that. I tried to play some games, it's just my internet's slow. just put the mic back over here. Don't have to be in that shot. Guess you can still hear me now. So I'm waiting. What kind of game are we talking? Somebody give me an option. Like, are there any browser games that y'all think are cool or fun or anything like that? Something that's not gonna, something simple that's not gonna kill my lack of bandwidth over here. Obscura, tell me about the big 24 by 36 painting. Is it the newest one you started? Maybe I saw a little bit of it. All right, y'all. We're gonna do about half hour drawing again. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? This time we're gonna do something like some pedestrians and see what it looks like. Can still hear you. Make a Minecraft server and play with the crew. We'll play together or something. Okay, what do you mean make a Minecraft server? I don't even know what that means, dude. You had to explain to me what making a Minecraft server. I already made a Discord. What do you want from me? Will y'all help me out? All right, we're gonna go. All right, y'all, we're going vertical. So if y'all want to join me in the YouTube vertical, it helps get the algorithm going. So I'm about to launch vertical. If y'all can hop into the vertical just for a little bit, like the stream, drop a couple chats in there, it helps a lot. Imagine a table for exercise last week. Ah, very cool. Very cool. I'm talking to you, Obscura. Very cool. I like that description. That sounds very interesting. As a fan of the horror. What's up, y'all? All right, we're streaming vertically. So let me catch that bad boy. And as we play Minecraft. Yeah, but I mean, why do I have to start a server? Or is that just part of Minecraft? Why do I need a... Or is that just part of the deal when you you always need a server on Minecraft. All right, I'm just popping out the chat here. See if the verticals go any better. It was so slow earlier. I'm not sure why it was so dang slow earlier. Let's see what happened. All right, what do y'all think? We back. We back. We're gonna do some more pedestrian type drawings this time. See what YouTube thinks about it. We were doing figures last time, and I'm not sure YouTube liked it. But it could just be a thing with the verticals. Sometimes these things they change a little bit. You know? We're using a different kind of pen this time. Dude, it's so hard to draw clothing. The way clothing kind of like might change, like it might change like the way somebody's body's shaped in a way, and then like, you know, spend your whole life trying to draw anatomy a certain way, and then somebody wears like a kind of clothing that just like totally changes the way that we might perceive. And I think that's why a lot of times you start drawing figures, you start drawing people without their clothes on, because clothes can be really, really difficult, you know? All right, so let's try to find some shadows here. Of course, this pen does not quite doesn't quite spread around like the other ones. We got to add some shadows manually like that. Manually. Alright, let's try now. Thank you, Rosie. Y'all be sure and like the stream right here. How are y'all? I believe we're gonna go back to that other pen. I think this pen is wonderful, but it doesn't quite blend like that other one did, huh? Oh well, didn't love that. I'm blaming the pen. I mean, I see what's going on here. I'll look it up. I'll look up Minecraft, Shibby. See if we can come up with something. Go back to this pen. All right. You got to ask yourself what kind of features do we want to exaggerate, and what kind of features do we want to kind of like disregard. And my main goal is to put like the smallest amount of information on the page, and for the audience to still maybe be able to tell what it is. Like, I don't want to do all the work. I want you to have to do some work looking at the picture, like with a little bit of abstraction, like you force the audience to kind of maybe play along in the drawing with you. I like to think, you know. Okay, so that's not too bad. Let's see if the watercolor bring any out. I can see maybe we need to move that up a little. I always draw things too low on the paper. I wish I could just click it, slide it up. Let me see. Let me get both chats up here. There's one, there's the other. Rosie's in here. What's up, Bluebells? Hello to you. Shibby, Cybernetic, Obscura, y'all come hop in the vertical with us real quick. What's up, Bluebells? How are you? Are you an artist? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, see, this particular pen, like, definitely, it pushes the ink around much more significantly, you know. But that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Just gives me some extra options, some more dynamicity. Like that. Guy's wearing some nice baggy, modern looking pants. Baseball hat wrapped around his waist. It's kind of hard to notice. find a little bit of details there. Foot, and then that foot. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. What do you think? Well, you know, whatever we gotta do. Y'all, thanks for hopping over. What kind of art do you do, Bluebells? Be sure and subscribe to the channel. Obscura, Rosie, Shibby, welcome Bluebells to the community. Yeah, I think that one's better than the last one. Still too low on the page. Let's keep going. You know, if we let's start a little higher on the page this time. You know, I'm going to also try to maybe slow down just a little bit. I'm always drawing so fast. Try to be a little bit more intentional on some of these. Just for funsies. See what we end up with. You know, I'm always doing the thing where I just draw so fast as I can. Which I love, don't get me wrong, but we'll try a little something different and see what happens. Okay. And back here, something like that. Problem with slowing down is that like sometimes the lines can be like less interesting because you're not I already don't like it. I slowed too far down. Sorry. Plus, man, the clothes make it so hard. All right, we're gonna try this again. I didn't like that. I was drawing entirely too slow. That was a bad idea. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna draw really slow. And as soon as I did, I was like, oh, I hate it. Okay, maybe something more like that. And see, I already like it better. See, something about, for me specifically, um, I like when the lines look like they were drawn really fast. Maybe, you know. And also like if I spend too much time on a drawing, I start to get sick of them. Okay, so she's got like this thing here. Another thing, like this is one of those things where the clothing is distorting her shape so much that you got to get real clever to show that her body's small, but you know, we're exaggerating her form with with this clothing she chose. See if we can pull some of this back together. Maybe I should pick characters that aren't wearing the biggest, baggiest clothes they have. I already hate this, y'all. I already hate this. Hi, my mom in a new house. Oh, that's cool. You got the new house. 2 studios. Bluebells is in the art mafia. Okay, let's find some more shadows here. Oh, I don't like this drawing at all. But that's okay. Sometimes you gotta just do drawings. And if you don't like them, maybe... You know, and I think the problem is that I'm drawing this person and she's wearing like very large, oversized clothes. And I can't tell if it looks like a person wearing oversized clothes or if it just looks like an oversized, like the anatomy's mixed up. It's hard to say. Later, Fox. Later, Shibby. Thanks for hanging around, y'all. Okay, let's go back to let's do some more figures. I need some more work on figures. Everybody wants to do the craziest poses. Just give me a normal pose. Would help me. Sorry, y'all. I'm just looking for some references real quick. No, not looking for one references. I'm just looking for some references. Y'all, I'm so hungry now. So hungry. I feel like every time I look at pictures, I've drawn the entire internet. Every picture you can find on the internet, I've already drawn it. Just so you know. All right, let's give this a shot. Okay. All right, maybe. I don't know why. Not really loving the directions my hands are going this evening. But you know, I said that earlier, but then when we finally got through the drawing, kind of liked them actually. Okay, actually her chin's kind of over here. Here. Too many lines, too many lines. Okay, so I'm not quite in love with where we're at with this, but let's see where we can pull it to. Am I the only one left there? Oh, you talking about over at the horizontal? Sorry, everybody hop back over to the vertical. I appreciate having such a supportive community though, that y'all all hopped over with me. I don't know why the verticals are like very slow tonight. Usually there's a lot more people on the verticals. But oh, DeviantArt. Yeah. It's been a while, huh? DeviantArt and Tumblr. Okay, so you know, don't really love that, but gave up on Tumblr, but I'm still rocking DeviantArt. I got too many friends. Well, that's good. Then you're not the only one there. That's the case. Yeah, be sure and like the stream right here. Can't believe the verticals are so slow tonight. Maybe they don't like figure drawing. I don't know. It is what it is. Okay. Always too low. Always go all the way down on the paper. I wish I could take this. I need to remember that every time. See, I wish I could remember how to get back to her Deviant account card. Deviant art account. Damn, I couldn't do that. God, it's been so long. I don't even know if I had. I did have one at some point, but I don't. There's no way I even have any idea what any of that stuff is. I mean, I'm sure they close down accounts after some time, I would believe. Okay, let's see if we can find some shadows. I don't hate the line work so far here. Don't we all have cringy art from middle school? Obscura, you gonna be streaming? You streaming tonight? Stay weird. All right, well, if you do end up painting live, maybe I'll see you. If not, have a nice evening, and thanks for dropping by to say hello. And I'll see you soon, dude. Thanks for being here. The world's a better place because you're in it, my dude. Don't forget that. Oh, that's not too bad. I don't know if it's my favorite, but there's something wrong here. Here, maybe. What's up, Bob? Just drawing a figure right now. We're gonna do another one. Welcome to the stream, though, Bob. Be sure and like the stream. Subscribe to the page. All right, it's not too bad. Not my favorite, but maybe it's better than the last one. Thanks for stumbling to the stream. Of all the streams you could have stumbled upon, you stumbled upon mine, and I appreciate that. Smells like it's like normal poses. So many of these poses are like trying to do the most crazy, outrageous things. Maybe just started drawing today, actually. Have you had beginner tips? Oh, very cool, Bob. What kind of stuff are you drawing? It all depends on what you plan on drawing. But honestly, the first thing and the hardest thing is just starting. So the fact that you started today, you're already doing an amazing job. I'm proud of you for that. Because that's the hardest part. It's just getting started. So remember, the more you draw, you're going to have ups and downs. And your brain, that little editor in your brain is going to say, "Oh, your drawing sucks today." And just ignore it and keep drawing. Because you'll be surprised that sometimes your brain tells you don't like a drawing. And then if you just kind of keep drawing, eventually you'd be surprised how many of those drawings you actually like. So my tip would be draw, keep drawing, keep going. Even if you don't like it, keep going. Just keep drawing. And you're just going to keep getting better. But every day is not going to be your best day. So be prepared to have bad drawings and good drawings. But just like you, my friend Bob, the world is better because you're part of it. And I think art is the same way. So as long as you're putting art into the world and you're in the world with us, it's all getting good. Everything's getting better. Hey, kitty man. It's not food time yet, though, is it, buddy? Bob, what's up, Shinoli? Hey, Siri, stop the alarm.
Okay, your alarms are off.
Shinny Lololi, am I saying that right? Welcome to the chat. Be sure and like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. All right, so let's find some shadows. Right. Find some shadows here. All right, all right. Hey, kitty man. Okay, so I'm just trying to find some lights and some shadows here. And earlier, when we're just laying lines down, I'm really just kind of roughing in some ideas of where the drawing might be. And now I'm just kind of trying to hit where some of the shadows might be. And I don't even have to take it too literally. Like, I'm okay with it not being exactly in the perfect place. Like, I'm okay with, like, interpretive area, obviously. But, like, you can too. And, like, interpretive lines doesn't mean bad lines, doesn't mean that it doesn't look like the picture, it doesn't look like something. It just means that I'm keeping it loose. And that takes practice, as much practice as realism. It all takes a lot of work. But, there's different things you can work on. You can work on realism, you can work on being expressive, you can work on, color, you can work on composition. And I just like to remind people that, emotional expression is such a huge part of art, but they're not out there trying to teach us how to express our emotions through art a lot. They're trying to teach us how to shade an anatomy. Actually, no, this is just an ink pen, just a regular pen. Um, a varsity pilot pen, not watercolor. And I'm just using water and a little paintbrush. But most pens, as long as they're not like a big rollerball, um, if you hit them while they're wet, it'll blend like that. Starfire Rance, Jenny, Rosie, Bobby. Yeah, be sure you've liked the stream, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please please take a second and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, I'm trying to draw more of the human form and um clothes are really difficult in a way because they can change the way a body is perceived. I'm trying to kind of like focus on like the form of the body underneath. Oh, look. Bobby made it over to the first class seat. Yeah, what's up, Bobby? You like this? We got a green screen here. By the way, if you're in the vertical, we're also streaming horizontally. Yeah, Bobby, what do you think about the first class seats? Let's start this drawing a little higher. Oh, I'm gonna mess that. You draw like a cartoonish style? That's cool. Thanks for subscribing, Shinny. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Okay, don't love that. Don't love that. Keep going. Keep going. See, my brain's telling me, hey, you've ruined this drawing. It doesn't look good. And damn it. Sorry. Sometimes you just gotta start over. I don't like where it's on the page. Try again. Bob is here. Well, my name is actually Theodore. What? Well, that's kind of a bit of a stretch there, Bobby. Bobby, what did you think about the horizontal stream? Are you a fan of the horizontal stream, or are you more of a vertical stream kind of guy, Theodore? It's a different experience. I'll tell you that. Okay, all right, this is better. Is it though? Already too many lines, but gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out. So much of it is just like luck of the draw, you know? Funny how they would say that. Luck of the draw. But like, in an expressive style, you give up a little control and you kind of just let your hand do some of the work, and you let the mind of the viewer do some of the work. And if you're lucky, you end up with a beautiful painting or beautiful drawing or beautiful piece of art. But for every beautiful piece of art you end up with, there has to be 100 you don't like. So remember, you're not drawing the ones you like every time. You got to draw a bunch of pictures you don't like in order to get the one you like. Sometimes I can order. Well, Starfire, I'm sorry to hear that. I appreciate you coming in here and expressing yourself, but that's just a part of being young and around people like that. As you get older, those things won't be concerned. Also, you sound like you're too young to be on the internet. Get off the internet. Oh, cool. Animal Crossing hands are awesome. Yeah, like contour lines, endless lines. It's okay. This isn't my favorite one, but I'm maybe I'm getting better. We're gonna try to draw this one again just on the side here. Also, Bob, if you stumbled upon the other stream, does that mean you left this stream? Why did you leave this stream? What are you doing? I thought we were friends. We were hanging out, and you were like, I'm gonna stumble on out of here to my other stream. Busted. Okay. And like my whole thing is here is like I bought a sketchbook and all I want to do is get better at drawing this way. So I just trying to fill a sketchbook up is my goal. Can I fill a sketchbook up in this particular style of drawing? And that's it. That's what we're doing. Okay. See, I already like that one better, and you know, not always 100% sure why, but I do like that one better already. It's like the smallest amount of lines you can use to capture the drawing. Bobby's in both. Thanks, Bobby. Theodore, I was just joking. Kind of cozy stream I need in this cold Norwegian night. Oh, well, good to hear. About to have to go check my laundry though, so I'm not gonna be vertical. We're gonna go back to horizontal. But we'll go back and do some more verticals in a little bit. So if you're hanging around in the vertical stream right now, I am going to go back to just a um to the horizontal stream for a little bit. So come on over to the horizontal stream with us. And I'll see you when I get back. Well, that one's pretty good. I don't hate that. I don't hate that one. This one's pretty good. This one, yes, I like. This one, not so much. This one, yes. Some of those details. Every time I can't draw something, I start drawing masterful statues like how they did in the French Academies of Fine Art. And honestly, it works very nicely. Well, good for you, Shinoli. That's a great process. All right, Shinoli, Bob, Starfire. I need y'all to find your way over to the horizontal stream. I'll give you a link. I think I can give you a link. Because we're going to shut down this. And if you're in the vertical stream, be sure and like it. Be sure and subscribe. And then hop over to the vertical stream. So you could just click on my name wherever it says Gabriel Saint Artist. And then if you go to the live page, you'll see that there's two streams. There's a vertical stream and there's a horizontal stream. So if you hop on into the horizontal stream, and maybe this will, I don't know if you can even click a link in the vertical, but here's the link. If you want to click that link and join us in the horizontal. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all later. If you haven't heard it lately, I love you. I'm proud of you. You can become a better person, a better artist every day. Don't forget that. Take it out on art. Don't take it out on yourself. Don't take it out on yourself. Take it out on art. See you next time. All right, so we might do another vertical stream tonight, even after we eat. Oh, I really love this one. All right, so let's get back to our stream here. Rosie, Shinoli, Bob, y'all all made it to the horizontal. Very cool, very cool. What do we want to watch while we do laundry? You know what? Let's find let's do like drawing tutorial body. Maybe we can find like a Proco is always a good one. Production systems. Yeah, this could be fun to watch for now. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get something that we can watch for a second while I go. I have to do my laundry. This is what it's like in the after party, y'all. All right, we do a little bit of it's a little haphazard. But we still chilling. Streaming a way for you to express yourself. You seem to have a lot of inspirational stuff on your mind. Yeah, you know, honestly, it's it's a way for me to kind of just communicate about art and share my art. And really that's what it is. It's just like I'm an artist. I'm not really a streamer, but like, you know, whatever. But like my goal is to
Sometimes it's really hard to even know what gesture is or why you should use it. Figures always feel the most convincing to me when they exhibit a type
just,
of
you know, just
movement.
share
If we
what
just
I
go
know
back
about
to
art
the appreciation of
and share some things that were shared with me that helped me as a person, as an artist. And also like, you know, I would like to get more eyes on my art. I'd like to make a little bit of money, even if that's that's possible. You know?
I almost always see people making gesture drawings do. This was my biggest challenge in drawing, that I would just go through the outside and draw the same thing. Inevitably, I ended up with this. And my best guess at why is that when we start drawing intuitively, we're concerned with capturing the shape. What it does visually
How often do
is
you stream?
anytime
I'm
we
gonna keep
parallel
tuning in
form,
often.
it
Usually I
creates
stream on
closure.
Tuesdays,
So
Thursdays, and
instead, I
Saturdays,
try
but
to
today we're just
consciously
doing
do
a
the
new
opposite.
kind of stream
What
so I
is
can
it that
figure
you're
out the green
drawing? Is
screen.
that the outside of the leg or the back of the leg? It's never
But usually
any
a
of
few
it.
times a
It's
week
an
in the
idea about
evenings,
its
PST.
position, but primarily the idea is
It's
asymmetry
4
for
a.m.
the
right now. I got you.
creation of rhythm.
Yeah, it's only
When
7
Loomis
a.m.
says something
7
about
p.m.
rhythm.
where I am.
Everybody has something different to say about rhythm. Mine's
All
going
right,
to
I'll
be
be
more
right back.
specific. Every line is going to represent a part. So it's the spacing in between represents the joint, the transition between parts. That's the most developed connection that I'm making. It's not the front, it's not the back, it's not the contour. Every line equals the simplified, abstracted idea of the part, and I mostly focused on the creation of movement through that offset relationship of apex so that I can create an experience. You know, notice the difference if I were to do the same curves but pull them out a little bit. Doesn't that feel like there's a lack of rhythm? Or there's a slight drop off of rhythm? That's asking the viewer too much. Okay, so let's do some examples. I like to start with the head. For me, the head is this great opportunity to begin it with a natural focal point. I'll then move through the spine. I do this with 4 lines. From there, I'm going to move into the weight-bearing side of the pelvis, and this usually gets 1 line. Then into, from the weight-bearing side of the pelvis, if possible, the weight-bearing leg. And each limb for me is about 2 to 3 lines. From there, I then like to work on supporting legs so that I'm consciously making a different emphasis on where weight is in a body. And then there into the arms. So that'd be the same, 2 to 3. So in total, like if you feel lost or confused with your gesture, I mean, again, I don't do math well, but 16 to 17 lines thereabouts is what my gestures are. Every gesture process is unique to the person that's using it. At the end of this course, you should come away with a couple different approaches to think gesture, and then I hope a broad enough understanding of the subject to make your own innovations on it. So let's do this over here, and I'm just going to try to explain why I'm making the decisions I am. So first, I'm going to start with the head. Head's going to be a ball, simple shape for now, and then from here, I'm going to start to work into the spine. If I'm not analyzing the spine, I know what my default would be. I would start to look at the outside, but that gives a totally contrary idea of what we just went through as being important to the figure. That's not energetic, that's symmetrical, it's stiff, it's not truthful to what's actually happening. So instead of that, I'm not looking at the outside, I'm drawing my understanding. I'm drawing the idea. I'm trying to connect with the technique. So here, what would the spine be doing if we just kind of looked at that for a second? If we just look at the big spatial directions, even though the head is turned, the spine would still be pushing the neck forward. And then from there, the thoracic spine would be going back and then forward this way. Spine is this kind of big C curve. And then I can see the tilt of the pelvis doing that. Here's the lumbar. So my lumbar would be going this way. So when I'm approaching a gesture drawing, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm drawing. I'm trying to understand the inside in order to make the drawing. The outside can be useful clues to that, but I'm not drawing the outside. So when I make this drawing, my view is one line per part. So every line is a simplification of a part, and then they handhold in a space that is the joint. So I'm going to say the neck goes this way. Aim to make these central to forms. Are they always central to forms? No. Does that mean that it's the outside of the neck? No.
About to turn into
it's
a food
just
stream.
the
Night, Bob.
understructure. There's my spine.
Thanks for
Notice
joining.
How that is an echo of that direction. Thoracic goes this way. So I'm starting to pick up on that movement of the body forward there, just like I showed you in that little spine diagram. So I've done 2 so far, thoracic. I like to add a third one, which would not be the spine, but instead is the stretching of the front of the body. So especially if we're standing, you get this beautiful counter curve from the taller curvature of the back to the lower pitch or peak of that curve to the stretch. So thoracic, stretch, lumbar. Step 2 is done.
Is this cool? Is this what y'all want to watch, or you want to watch something
because I
different? You
screw
got any
things up
idea,
all the
Rosie,
time.
what you might
So
want
I
to watch?
can double check.
Oh, you
go
know what?
back.
I
It's
always
like,
love to
where
watch
does this
is
look
that Sarah
stiff and
messing
why?
up.
So that's done. Pelvis,
Documentary.
where's the weight-bearing side? Well, I'm always looking for the high side. So I usually start with the weight because I have the expectation that, right, if we put weight on one side of our pelvis, if it's here symmetrical, if I start to put weight on one side, it shifts it up. And that's a great way to look for kind of catching that imbalance or that asymmetry of curve. It's not always the case though. Like here, it looks to me more like that high curve is here, because even though there's weight on this hip, this feels shifted. So I'm going to do that. But again, there's no right or wrong answer. The only thing that matters to me at this point is that I've kept rhythm with every curve. So check that off the list. And then maybe I'll go into this leg now. So how would I move and maintain rhythm from that hip into the femur? Same thing. That's the part of the femur. Is that the outside of the femur or the hip? I'm not even going to answer it. Right? We know there's no outside drawings here. So femur goes this way. When I ever have a bent leg, that's when I'd get closer to the 3 lines, because I do one for the femur,
Chinese food.
maybe like a little transition line for the knee or the elbow, and then down.
Thanks
and
for
into
being
my
kind,
lower leg.
Shinoli. Shinny.
So another thing,
Shinny Lolly.
notice that it's not important to me
Shinny
that every
Lolly.
line
Is that right?
is
Shinny Lolly?
precise
Am I
the
saying it
minute
right?
I
I'm
put it
sorry.
down. I'm uptight, but I'm not that uptight. So I like to I'll do some ghosting, right? I'll do a few lines and then kind of settle in on the one I like. It doesn't matter. Like I don't have a belief that your drawing needs to produce the product view of the image that you have in your mind immediately. That's amazing, but it's not really how I think of gesture. Now we find ourselves at the foot. So let's say a few things about the foot. So the basic idea of the foot is a triangle. I think it's a good shape, right? It's a good shape because we want to have some kind of stability and contact with the ground. So I always try to keep this with some type of movement or dynamism to it. So let's talk about some different views and then we'll jump back into this. I can't have floating figures without feet. So this is front. If I want to do something 3/4 for a foot, I'm going to take this part and move it over.
Do you have a Discord,
In the
Shinny?
process of moving it over, I see more of the side. So that would be the outside. This might be the front to the big toe. And then I always try to pick up on one of these rhythms and let that flow into the top of the foot. So that would look like this. So it's like you have a really dynamic sock. So that's front. This is 3/4. What would profile be? Profile might be the same shape without the front. So now I just have
You have
this.
a Discord account,
In anatomy
Shinny?
terms, this would be the tendon ramp of the extensors.
Oh, you know what we
moving into
need to
the
do? I
front
need to
part of
look
the
at your
foot.
stuff in
It's
the
not
Discord,
a total
huh?
abstraction to see that. That would be side.
Rosie,
So if I see a pose like this, a challenging pose where the foot is up and arched, I know that this is the model I want. It's 3/4, and then I'll see if I can advance that gesture. So this is 3/4, but the foot there would be doing, so here's the curve, that kind of tendon wrap
nice.
experience
Yeah, do
from
your
the
thing,
front.
Sheeny. Thanks for
Same
hanging out.
principle, right? So, but this is where it's making contact with the ground. So I'm just gonna push this out. So
Do
I'm
you have a
bending it,
Discord,
basically.
Shinny?
Here, ground,
Do you want
then
to share some of
down.
your art?
This is an S curve, because that's stretching, and then I'm back up and in. So all I did was pinch and stretch my sock. I know this is closer to shape, right? But I'm not closing off the top. Like I'm not actually making it a sock. It's just a way for me to put the figure in contact with some type of ground plane. Let's do the supporting leg. So maybe on this side, I'll try to give a different experience. So this side is all C curve. You notice that? The shorter C curves. I always find that
Is there
to be
another way
consistent
people share
with
their art
pinch
besides
sides of the
Discord? I
body,
guess just
or
like
weight-bearing sides of the body. The other side of the
Blue
body,
sky,
maybe I'll
maybe?
try something different. Maybe let's play around with a longer relational line. Maybe I'll make a longer gesture like this. What about one long S curve there? That still does what I want. It still brings the eye with asymmetrical
that's what I'm
relationships
saying.
from top down to ground.
Bob is back.
But it gives a different experience to
Here.
the other side. So
Let me
this
prompt
is
it real quick.
pinched,
Give me one
this
second.
feels more passive or stretched. What do we have for our foot? We have this one, but maybe a little bit, maybe kind of that one, but flirting towards 3/4. Here's where that would be.
See if
And
this
then down.
works.
So this gives me the most important thing for my gesture, head to foot, right? I've composed the read of the viewer to move with, composition.
Did that work?
Composition being the asymmetry. Start at the head.
Yeah, I think that
You're
did that work?
engaged with the rhythm.
Did you see it?
And
I
that
tried to-
pulls
I
you
tried-
down
okay, great.
piece by piece into the ground. I've
You
done
know
everything I
sometimes I mess
can
it up 'cause I'm
to
stupid and old.
make it so that the viewer looks and engages with the drawing
Right.
head to foot. And that's
You
important
gotta
to me
admit-
because, again, when I started drawing, I would really want to copy Rob
For
Liefeld
being
or
an
Todd
uncle. Look
McFarlane
around and stuff. I
as
got
much
figured
as
out. We got
possible.
chat here.
And so I
we
would
got
start
chat
and I'd
here.
render their heads.
We got a
But then
green
by the time I
screen.
got to
Come
the
on.
foot, it didn't even look like the same figure. I hadn't related parts. I had only looked at the individual ones and devoted an intense amount of
Welcome to the
attention to
art
each.
mafia.
So this is my corrective to that. Now, before we move on, let's do some wrapping lines. What is the basic
Sleeping is good for
3D
you.
tilt of each part? And so I'm just going to use the
Yeah, share it.
wrapping
Smart.
line
I'm
again.
worried
Think
about to
of
look
like
at some
it's
of
just a rubber
Rosie's, I
band.
think, as soon as this
It's-
YouTube
we're
video
taking a rubber band and subtracting it off the cylinder. The head looks like it's a little bit leaned back. Right? The way you could double check that if you're doing a more kind of finished drawing or you want to look at some actual points of reference.
Oh.
I usually look from like the top of the ear to the brow, right? As if somebody were wearing glasses. And if you can kind of smooth that out, that's
is
about
exactly
the
what I
same thing
needed.
that I'm aiming for. Just that there's a subtle tilt back. I know that the neck comes forward. I know that the rib cage comes out. How do I know that? Because we studied the spine. I know that the pelvis is going to go this way. So each, like
Tell
I
me
usually
this. What's
like
the
two.
trick to
This one
getting your
feels
chop,
like too much.
stopping your chopsticks
So
from
each
rolling
part
off your
now,
plate?
notationally, has a bit of information about the perspective. This femur comes forward. This will become more important when I'm trying to solve
Welcome
for
to the community, my
foreshortening,
friend.
which you can't really do in gesture, so because you don't have shapes. But this is about the best I get from it. And then maybe I have a little.
I'm
bit of
guessing
that
when you say art
back here.
mafia, you mean
Another
the
thing you could
Discord?
check is, how is your proportion? So if
That
I'm
what you
looking
mean?
for 8 heads, I want to match
I hope
the
that's what you
top
mean.
to be the same height as the bottom. The value of this stage in a drawing is I can decide if I want to move forward or not. If this looks like something I want, great. Spend your time developing it. If not, you only spend
We're
a
hoping
minute.
that's what you
Do
mean.
another one. Try something different. So let's now do our arms. Okay, so arms, same thing, 2 to 3 lines. The only thing you need to ask is how would I build off what's already there? So maybe this line, which I could say that's the deltoid or the shoulder. That's how it would relate
All
to
right,
a
let me
part.
find this
Maybe that builds off the neck.
Discord.
The only thing that's important to me is that every line leads you to every other line. Maybe that's one big C curve. Or maybe you separate the radius ulna hand into another rhythm off there. I always make the forearm and hand one line. So it could be one C, one S, but the hand is always an extension of the gesture of the arm. It's very rare that I would do this and then like something like that or something dramatically different because we expect that syncing of forearm and hand. And then on this side, I do the same, shoulder. So 1, 2, this relates to this, relates to this. But one thing I want you to pay attention to or just notice as I'm doing these, there's never in my drawing a vertical or a horizontal. So the only thing I'm doing that it's kind of key here to keep something that feels active, that feels like it's full of motion,
to the Discord.
is number one, the rhythm
Take
or the
a look
curve.
around.
But two,
Share some of your art
every
with us in the
curve
art
exists
corner.
on a diagonal. So here's there. I always do that extra one for the bend. This comes back. And then
As this
look at
video
this
is done,
forearm.
Rosie, and I'm done
Maybe I could do
feeding
like a
my
nice
face.
S-curve.
We'll take a look at your
in
abstract
total.
painting. Looks good. I see it. It
Forearm
looks
to
beautiful.
hand,
Hanging on the
and
wall.
then
I
this
can't
comes
believe
back
it.
this
It's come
way.
so far. It's so
each
cool to
one will
watch
go a
your
little bit
art
faster, just
like
so
be a
you don't have to
beginning
feel like
sketch,
I'm
and then now it's
slow
like
walking you through
award
each
winning and
one.
hanging on a wall
So
somewhere.
there's my head, cervical, thoracic, stretching, lumbar. I'm just going to jump to this one,
Well, I don't know, you
pelvis, and then
kids
maybe I'll
and your
wrap the line
slang.
over to get to that weight bearing side. It's common in drawing classes to do these really quickly, right? So
Gang.
you know, usually in a life drawing class, you'll have gestures will be
Art
done in a
gang.
minute or 2 minutes or you know, something like that. So there's always this emphasis on getting it done really quickly, and that's fine, but speed just comes with practice. So if it takes you, if you're going to try to do these for yourself at home, if it takes you 5 minutes to get here and you feel good about it, that's awesome, right? That's fantastic. There's no real emphasis or need to get time. The reason I would do that in the class, make the time brief, is to force people to repeat, right? That's the only value I would see. Like, so if you do 2 minutes,
We just learning.
and in 2 minutes you get through the spine, but you do it really well, that would be fantastic. So here's the weight bearing side, and then maybe we go to the femur. One thing you can do, you know, with foreshortening at this point would be play with line weight. Really
Yeah,
neat
Bobby.
shape to create
Theodore,
some
make
kind
sure
of
you go check
spatial
out some of the
difference
other videos on the
forward and
channel.
back. But I don't have that.
Some
So
good
things
stuff
that
you
I
might
can
like,
use
especially
would
if you're
be
into like the
line
self-expression
pressure
stuff
or
you were
line
talking
weight.
about.
Here's my rhythm, so that comes
Talk a lot
forward.
about
Here's that
self-expression in
knee,
some of the newest videos.
and then from that knee, bounce that back into the
Most of the videos.
Even make an S curve. I use an S curve here a lot. I like the way that it kind of feels like the muscle disposition or distribution in the calf. I realize that's dangerous to say because now everybody's going to say you're drawing the outside of the calf. Foot breakdown here. So heel, 3/4. So maybe I could make that a little clearer. Here, this is bent back. So that's 3/4, but again, really pushed under. So maybe let's do something like that.
What is that
bendy
kitty
sock.
cat doing?
Here's some wrapping lines. Let's do some wraps on our pelvis. Rib cage goes back. And then
So neat. At
arm.
one point, you're just
So
scrolling
shoulder,
on your
what
vertical.
does this relate to?
You
I can
find
build up
somebody
this line.
drawing.
Maybe it needs to be a little higher.
You chat a little bit before you
Yeah,
know
that's
it.
one thing I like about this is I can move things
You
around.
found a new community.
So right now I'm
You
trying
found
to
some like
manage
minds.
or
And
try
I'm
to
glad
capture
that
the pose as I
the
see
place
it more so.
you stop
But most of the time I don't. It actually takes, you know, I have to
and look
concentrate
around,
to
the
do
place you hang
pose.
out is an
I'm so
art
used to
community. I think
changing it.
that's so cool.
And I always encourage people to do that too because who cares if you drew what was there? Who's
Yeah,
gonna know?
enjoy the
I'm
community.
not gonna ever take my drawings over
I think
to
that's
my
so cool the
mom
way
and
the
say,
world
"Oh,
works.
look how
2 minutes
my
ago,
drawings
you were just
really
mindlessly
easy."
scrolling on
That doesn't
YouTube,
look like the model. Like she says that anyways, but she'll, you know.
and
just
now
don't
you're
believe
like
her to say
stopped
it
and
'cause she's
slowed
never
down, and
seen
you're
the model.
communicating
So
with
nobody will
people
ever
about
know what
art.
the model looks like. They're only gonna
And I think
care
that's good.
if
That's
the
good.
drawing
That's
is
special.
interesting
That's
to them. If
important.
you've made a
That's
cool
healthy.
drawing, people will love it. So
All
here's
that
the thumb,
scrolling
so
through
shoulder,
randomness is not
upper
good for
arm,
you.
maybe a little elbow
Stopping,
change.
slowing down,
Double
interacting
check
with
the
some real
proportions
people.
If you feel like you made any part too low or too long.
That's very cool.
Happens a lot. Did that get a little bit off? Maybe. Well, we should probably check that next time a little bit more. I kind of like the way that the rhythm between, you know, these hands looks. There's that kind of quality of motion or connected quality between them. So that's one thing I tried to focus on there. But that would be done. That's
Theodore, if you don't mind me asking,
one thing that if you would like
what
to
part of the
try to
world are you in?
change or move your poses around that you could start to play with is.
And if you
where
don't
the
mind me
center
asking
is.
either, Shinny,
And
what
one
part of the
way
world
to
are you
find
in,
that
Shinny?
Is if you look at the pit of
Live,
the neck,
laugh, love, art.
the neck here, and plumb a line down.
What
Maybe
part of the world are
center
you
of
in?
Gravity line is close to the medial ankle or the medial malleolus. So this guy, that's a pretty balanced pose. So mine's pretty close. We check it on this one. Is the pit of the neck, where does that balance relative to the weight-bearing ankle? Hopefully you have a bit of an idea of the cadence of my lines.
Miss my mouth.
So short, medium, long, right? So there's asymmetry even in their lengths, short, medium, long into the leg. But remember that organization and notice that regardless of the view,
well, maybe you already told me
you don't
Norway,
need to change it.
aka Europe.
In this course, what you're going to
Bobby's
learn
in
is
Norway,
how to
Theodore's in
compose your
Norway, and
figures,
Shini's in
how to
South
think
Asia.
about the internal dynamics
Very, very,
of your
very north.
figures, proportion, how to think about
Very
what
cool. We got a lot
design
of
is
South
and how you
Asians
might want your
community, a lot
figure
of
to look
Americans, a lot of
slightly
Canadians.
different based on what you want to prioritize in the final result of what
You
it
might
is
be
you
our
intend
first.
to make, really with a focus and emphasis on organizing your thoughts.
You might be our first one
and
from
making
Norway.
gestures
No, I
something
think
that
we have.
doesn't have
Maybe
to
she was
be
from Sweden.
mysterious or
Oh, maybe she was from
ambiguous.
Sweden, but she
So
lived
I'm
in
giving it
California.
some structure, of course, and some steps. Check it out. It's at proco.com/Hampton.
I was just wondering. I'd like to hear where everybody's from. All right, y'all. So let's check out this Discord real quick. Getting better at this. Rosie with her new abstract painting. Yo, she shared this painting from here. This is how it started. Okay. This is where she started. All right. She came in here and she was like, "Hey, uncle, check out my painting." And I said, "Rosie, it's beautiful, but that just looks like the beginning." And she said it is. So then she went a little further with it, which is very cool. And I said, "Rosie, you're going to keep going, right?" And she said, "Yes, uncle." And then we started getting somewhere like this. And then we got here. And then she just kept going. I haven't sent it. Oh, it's okay. We're just looking at Rosie's art right now. But if you want to put some art in the Discord, feel free to, but no pressure. Were those kids chasing you, Kitty? Let me get some music going here so you don't have to only listen to me chew. Rosie, I'm so very proud of you. You've really come into your own as an artist. You know, I kind of felt like when you were just starting in the community, you were just kind of like really still deciding and like whether you thought you were an artist or not. And now I think like you're like an award-winning artist. Crazy. Shabitu came and told us, man, it was his first semester of school. Got through his whole very first semester. That's very cool. I'm glad that your mom's proud. She should be. And she should be proud of herself too, you know? Y'all are a team. streaming, man. Forever.
This has to be one of the most evocative pictures of the first generation of the New York School, the founders of abstract expressionism. You see 15 of its most important figures, but before talking about this image, its artists, and the movement they represented, we have to go back, as we always do when we talk about 20th century history, to World War II. Before and during World War II, America's art world was reduced to two main movements: regionalism and social realism. Any modern art was considered European, nonsensical, and worthless. But the war will bring over many artist refugees such as Mondrian, Chagall, and André Breton, the main theorist of the very influential Surrealist movement. In the summer of 1941, Peggy Guggenheim, with her Surrealist husband Max Ernst, flee from Nazi Europe for America.
That's very
She
sweet of
opens
you
an
to
art
say.
gallery in New York City, called it Art of the Century, and shows European modern artists such as Picasso, Braque, Dali, and
We're
Miro
just being
to
friends.
the
That's all it is.
American
We're just
public.
a bunch of goofy, dumb friends.
Most importantly, she'll organize solo
supporting each
exhibitions
other.
for many emerging American painters such as Jackson Pollock, Mark Rothko, Clifford Still, and Robert Motherwell. You can't overstate the importance of Peggy Guggenheim in the development of abstract expressionism. Art of the Century was of the utmost importance as the first place where the New York School could be seen. Her gallery was the foundation. It's where it all started to happen. But as stated earlier, the American art world was extremely conservative, which made it very hostile to the abstract expressionists. In 1950, a group of artists wrote an open letter to the Metropolitan Museum of Art to oppose this conservatism. The Met organized an exhibition called American Painting Today, 1950, along with an art competition, and the appointed jury was conservative and hostile to abstract expressionists. Many members of the New York School got together, and Adolf Gottlieb came up with
How's
the
your
idea
brother,
of
Rosie? Is
writing
he
an
still
open letter
streaming?
to oppose this exhibition and its competition, which was then signed by 28 artists. It said, "The undersigned painters reject the monster national exhibition to be held at the Metropolitan Museum of Art next December, and will not submit work to its jury. The organization of the exhibition and the choice of jurors does not warrant any hope that a just proportion of advanced art will be included." It was published on the New York Times front page on May 22, 1950. The next day, the Herald Tribune responded to the attack and, in defense of the Met, called the artists the irascible
I'm trying not to take it
irascible
too
meaning having or showing a
personally.
tendency to be
Try not to,
easily
to take
angered.
it to heart too much.
The controversy was sparked, and the abstract expressionists were in the
'Cause, like, you
public's
know,
eye.
all I did was point
The
it out.
extremely influential
Y'all
Life
did all the
magazine,
work.
the
Didn't
same
do
one that got
anything. All I
Pollock
did
famous
was
just 2 years before, wanted to do a photo story to be
listen.
published at the same time as the winners of the Mets
That's
contest.
all I did was just listen and
Life
communicate.
wanted at first to photograph the artists holding one of their paintings in front of the Metropolitan,
It's
but
y'all
that
that did all the
proposal
work.
was refused because that would look as if we were trying to get into the Metropolitan and we were being turned down on the steps. They were very surprised at this because nobody refuses anything to Life magazine. On November 24, 1950, Nina Lean photographs 15 of the avant-garde artists in a West 44th Street studio. Here, we don't really see rebels that want to revolutionize or burn the art world down. They didn't challenge the hierarchy of the system. they were only criticizing its conservative bias. These are well-dressed middle-class people. Barnett Newman was quoted saying that he wanted the group to look like
Okay,
bankers.
y'all.
Now,
Proud
let's
of
take a quick
y'all. I
look
love
at
you. I
these
appreciate
artists.
you being here.
There's Theodoros Stamos, the youngest of the group.
Thanks for being part of the community. Thanks for being wonderful people and hanging out with us. You know, there's a chance we stream again in a little bit, but we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Oh, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't even stream on Fridays. What are we doing? You wanna know why? Because I wanted to show off the green screen. Alright, Rosie, I'm proud of you. Proud of your mom, too. Keep doing it. Y'all can become better artists and better people every day. I see it. Keep going. I'm so very proud of you. So very proud. All y'all over there. Shinny, thanks for joining the community. Please, hang out often with us. Come find us. Chill more often. Make sure you sub the YouTube channel. If you want to check out the Twitch. We also have a Twitch, but I'd love to see you around more often, Shinny. I want to get to know you and see some more of your art, and when you feel comfortable, please share it. But don't forget, if you're having a bad day or you're dealing with drama in your life, we all deal with it. You know, it's part of life. But you're a superhero and you have a superpower. So when life gives you that negativity, turn around, put it into your art. Take that bad day, that bad week, that conflict, whatever you're dealing with, conflicts at school, conflicts at work, conflicts with your friends, your family, conflicts within yourselves. Maybe you're just having a bad mental day. Maybe you're sick, you're having a bad physical day. But remember, if you're having a bad time, you're dealing with conflicts, you're not alone. You got a community like this, and you have a superpower. You are a superhero. So when you're dealing with tough times and you're dealing with conflict, don't take it out on your friends. Don't take it out on your family. Don't take it out on people at school. Don't take it out on people at work. Don't take it out on your loved ones. Write a song about it. Draw a picture about it. Write a poem about it. Paint a picture about it. Write a movie about it. Direct a film about it. Don't take it out on yourself. Don't take it out on yourself. Do not take it out on yourself. You're a superhero. And you can inspire people by taking negativity and transforming it into something positive, by taking out that conflict on art. I'm proud of you. I love you. And I'll see you soon.